it would seem that the oil pan, well, sump spark plug, it's running pretty good. No signs of fouling or anything like that. So I think the oil is perfectly in tune with the plug they chose. It's good. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Behind me, still working on the 72 bus. The ignition is fixed. Yes, I didn't finish the the video on that. I did cut it, but we had some bad storms. Power went out, internet went out. All the excuses. It went well. I might put the video out there, but it was just terrible. I mean, just just bad. But anywho, this episode we're gonna get into the old power horse barn back here. Something simple, check valves, change oil, look it over, new plugs and an electronic ignition. Maybe dial in the carb a little bit because it does run well, but the owner told me that when it gets hot, it likes the diesel. So I guess you cut the key off and it'll still, potato. So with that said, hoping it's just something simple out of adjustment and we'll just throw the simple parts at it, take it from there. But let me get some lights, get this thing up a little bit, and bring you in here, show you what we got going on. Should be a good video, I hope. I really have to stop saying that. All right, it's elevated a little bit because I'm standing and it's in my face. But the other thing I'm going to throw in is the timing mark bar. This one doesn't have it, and if you know anything about these pancake engines, you kind of need it to set timing. Otherwise, you're just, ear timing. Not saying that's what's going on, but, it could be off. It's still running points, too. So, talking to him, he doesn't know the last time they've been changed or adjusted. So, that could be another reason. It sounds like it's running a timing issue. Actually, let me go up even, even higher and do the valves. We'll do the valves first. Because engine's cold, I can check everything out, correctly. So let's see, what do I need? What size is that? That thing's big. All right, let's rotate this thing over, and we'll just eyeball. We're gonna have to get a new. Nah, we can tighten this one. All right, let me just roll this thing over to number 1. I'm hoping these timing marks are, legible on this crank or on the pulley, crank pulley, whatever you want to call it. That looks suspicious. Yeah, that's the mark. All right. So I'll show you. This is really terrible filming. Let me pull this bird cage off real quick. I moved you a bit. Right now I'm just pulling off this bird cage, whatever, dust shield thing. So I can put on, well, don't look at my gut. I'm gonna put on the timing doobly-doo so I can actually see where numbers are, because that'll make my life a little easier than just to guess on TDC marks. And hopefully I can find my paint pen so I can make that mark a little more, pronounced, I guess is the word I want. So let me put this thing on. If you have a pancake and don't have these are relatively cheap. They just boop on. Much easier to do when you have more than one hand. What did I do? How did I screw this up? Come on. Well, I can't see. Come out. Plus, you're going to have to go up higher, probably. You go like this. Get out of there. You go on like that. Well, of course you're going to be too small. The hole is, you know, little smaller than the screw, which is, you know, fine. We'll just do this. Shh. I'll also edit that out. Probably not. All right, guys. Little adapters on. I'll show you what it looks like and also why I use them. Hopefully this picks up pretty good. Well, you got your timing degree mark now, and then wherever 0 is, you actually can see the mark. There's a mark back here. Timing mark on these engines is on the back side. There just so happens to be a yellow spot on the front side, but there's actually a V notch on the back. All right, I don't know how well I picked up. That yellow dot that was on there, that's not the actual timing mark. The timing mark's behind it. It's a little V notch. Whoever timed this engine, just put one in front. I guess easier orientation to seal or to see. But now I know it's TDC on some cylinder. It's either going to be one, you know, cylinder 1 or cylinder 3. Cylinder something on the other side. Let's get this thing in the air, pop the cover, and see where we're at. All right, guys. Like I've said, I guess in the past or before, I don't like filming undercars. It's really hard to get light in here. But the rockers, if you can see, you can probably hear them. They're way out of adjustment. That's a 12th thou feeler gauge, and well, you can sort of see 1 and 2. It just drops in there. A little loose. It does, like I said, it does run good. I was expecting them to be tight or tighter, but guess not. Same thing with cylinder 4 exhaust on the other side. So let me dial these things in real quick, and I'll get back to you, and we'll get this thing on the ground. Because, like I said, really hard to see, see and do things in here. It's compact, I guess, is what I'm getting at. If anything comes up, I'll let you know. But hopefully, this is going to be, semi-straightforward. All right, nothing you guys can really see, but you might be able to pick it up. Roll the engine over, doing cylinder 2 right now, and exhaust on cylinder 2 sounds like a frickin' door knocker. I didn't throw my gate feeler gauges in it. What's the biggest one I have on this one? But she sounds, hello, she sounds pretty big. The old Aerometer. Sounds like it's probably like an 18 or a 16. So let's start with an 18. Where's my curved blades? I hate these. I have some fat wildlife around here. Anywho, back to what I was doing. Well, we'll give it a benefit of that. We'll start with a 15. Well, you can't see it, but take my word, it slid in. It's probably a 15 or a 16. I think 18. I need the old ear holes a little calibrated. But let me go through and adjust these. Other side, about the same, knocky on them. In exhaust 3, super tight, probably about 4th thou. So that could be the reason. That is backing out. That's good. That's a Home Depot bolt. Anyway, that could be the reason for the dieseling. Not just one cylinder, but could be a cause of it. So let me go through, finish up doing all these valves, and I'll get back to you. All right, guys, valves adjusted all the way around. replacing, gaskets with, new ones because those were old. Don't know the last time. I can't tell you the last time that these valves look like they might have been adjusted, but it's neither there nor here. But one thing I am going to tell the owner is I want to do basically kind of like an engine flush, but not really. We'll go to the other side because I got the light over there. I want to run some Marvel through this thing because I don't know if it sits a while or just has like extended breaks between or extended oil changes. But the amount of crud that's built up on the rockers, I don't know how well it's going to come up. But between the rockers and, well, I'm using a rocker box as a tool tray. But that is, it's a bit much for me, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I don't know if it's doing a bunch of short trips and it's just letting it, click. Doing a bunch of short trips and just kind of letting it congeal because it's not letting the water vapor and stuff burn off. Or if it's just extended trips between oil changes. Usually what I do, I'll run some Marvel in here, get her hot, get her running, get everything, slushy, dump it and fill it. Got to call him, see if he wants that done. But on that, these are all adjusted. Let me button up these covers, get it down, and let's start doing, I guess, top side engine work. Because under here is good. I'll change the oil a little later on. Again, not really excited. This oil looks fine. It's some in there, so we'll do all the running on this. All right, guys, because I know this thing fires, actually, I want to see what the timing actually is on this engine before I, take it all apart. It does fire up relatively easy, so that's good. Hopefully we didn't change that, but like I said, I just want a baseline for my own thing before we, mess with the distributor timing wise or change your plugs, so on and so forth. So let's twist the key and see what happens. Now that it actually has a key, fuel pump, fires right up. It's a healthy sounding engine. Oh, throttle. We're sitting at 16. Pretty aggressive as far as an idle. What are you on full chooch? .36 on full chooch. A little aggressive. So I'm going to throw in the electronics. First, let me turn this off. Yeah, like I said, starts really well. It's sitting at 16 right now, just on idle, and it idles at whatever, 800, 9, something. I don't remember. I showed you, or I didn't. Anywho, it's a low idle, and she's really far advanced. So I'm assuming that would be the reason for the dieseling. Oil looks actually not too bad. Doesn't smell hot. That's good. Or, fuely. Anywho, I'm distracted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the electronic, see if the electronic brings it where it needs to be. Because, like I said, he doesn't know when the points were done last. So they could be, it could be screwing stuff up. Also, I got to ohm the coil to make sure that it's a 3 ohm coil. If it is, perfect, we'll run it. If not, I have one in stock and we'll, swap her out. So let me grab my electronics and I'll be right back. All right, guys, if you run electronics or, never ran electronics, you need a 3 ohm coil. If you don't know how to test them, I'll just show you real quick. Throw your digital meter on, the horseshoe mode, and just go terminal to terminal. Beep, boop. 1.8. Well, you can't see. It's 1.8. Not enough. Not enough resistance. But horseshoe mode on 200, terminal to terminal, and that'll tell you, what ohms you want. You want like I said, a 3 ohm coil. Actually, I'll just show you. On a new one that I have, that I also have to assemble. Anyhow, this is brand new. Should be a three ohmer. Let me turn that on. Beep. See if you guys can see what's going on. Maybe. I do not do these show and tells well. You go here. I could just gator clip this, but that'd take more time. Oh, jeez. There. Just do things. Oh, Lord. Stay. Stop. Stay. Oh, my gosh. Give me connection. All right, I'm connected. Terminal to terminal. And stop moving. Stop moving. 4 ohm, 4.8, it'll go to 3. I'm moving way too much. Whatever. Anywho, that's how you do it. If you got a 3 ohm coil or higher, whatever, it'll work. So let me assemble this thing, throw this in there, throw the electronics in, and hopefully not have to fear burning up a coil, because a lot of times people complain about the electronics burning them up. They assume they have what they have, because that's a nice Bosch coil. Bosch coils mean best. I'm gonna have to use those terminals. Anyway, Bosch means best apparently, but it, they never check them, so they'll burn up, electronics, and it's the most terrible thing ever. Stick to points. Points are a little more forgiving when you're doing when you don't know what you're doing, to a certain extent. But anyway, let me flip this thing out. I'll jam the electronics in there, and then we'll see what happens if it comes around any better, I guess is what I'm trying to say. See if the timing's just a point adjustment. Yeah, that's planned. I'll be back to you. How long of a screw do you need to be? Stay there. You stay there. All right, for the sake of convenience, I'm just gonna transfer, things to things. Seems like a good plan because I'm lazy. Bottom. Boom. Go. Nooch top. Can I fat finger it in here? That'd be great. That'd be grand. Why am I? Yeah, that's good there. Put this bracket back on. Come on, cooperate. They're not really round. Before I throw this thing in, people do ask me, what kind of electronic I use. Usually it's the cheapest ones I get my hands on. My favorite, though, are the ones with the ring and not the little donut that goes on. I think I have one. If I can find one, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But that's the part number for the MPs. But that's, like I said, these are my my go-to, because you can also static time them. A lot of the ones with the rings, they don't break the signal, so it's guesswork. I don't know. I'm rambling. These are what I like to use. So that's a question that I'm answering, whether you asked it or wanted to know or not. quick tech tip. Forgot to say it. You have to make some quick little jumper wires to, not put strain on your, electricals because the way that they hook up. So let me just, loop them on and connect things, because if you do have to adjust timing or anything like that, you want a little slack. Where does that go? What did I disconnect earlier? Oh, this thing. So another chair terminal? I guess. I don't like that. That doesn't look important. Chair terminal, just, they're chairs because that's the way they are. Easiest way to splice into a circuit. Again, not really sure why this thing has so many things. It already has a splitter down there, but whatever. I heard a Mopar. I need another line. This will give me my other line for the electronics. That doesn't even feel that tight. Whatever. All right. And this one was a hot wire for the choke, it looked like. Reconnect that. All right, so spaghetti is spaghettied. Professionally ran. All right, electronics are in. All that things, should be good. What I'll do now is fire this thing up. Just checking my routing. But anyway, gonna fire this thing up. See if that timing mark moves. I think we were at 16. Want to see it more towards, not 16, closer to like the 7 mark. I'll take 9. Let's just see if the valves and the basically points were worn and it shall go in. I'm hoping to see it move. Otherwise, everything was probably adjusted correctly and we just did this for whatever. It should move. Stay tuned. Good news, fired right up. Where are we flashing now? That can't be right, is it? It is dead zero right now. We'll give the rev up, what were we? 30, 36, 38 on full. If it's dead zero with the mechanical, should be right about 20, say 22. 22 or 23 at dead zero, I think. I don't math. All right, I want to get this, I'll let it idle at 0. It's not going to hurt anything, but gotta get this thing a little warmed up so I can set timing and also adjust the carburetor. Yes, gotta adjust the carburetor. It smells a little rich. So let me just let this do its thing and get back to you. But that just shows you how important points gaps is. That was poor English. Shows you how important points gap, is. Why doesn't that sound right in my head? Anyway, I'm gonna let this thing chug along, warm up, and I'll get back to you. Just gotta bump into timing a little bit more. I might do, still gonna get the 28, possibly 32. These pancakes like a little bit more advanced. So, stay tuned for whatever I'm gonna do next. All right, guys. Listen to the distributor. Let me get this thing dialed in as far as the bass timing goes. Like I said, I think we're going for 8 or 9 on the bass. Just like I said, the Pancakes do like a little bit more of a advance on the final. All right, put that down. See what our final advance curve is. It should be hopefully. I'm hoping we got 28. Maybe, like I said, I'm going for 32, but we should be at least 28 right now. You wouldn't believe it, but it's 28 or 32 on the money. So, gonna call that good. I'm gonna cinch this thing down. Try to reach back there and tone down this idle or the mixture, because it is rich. What'd we fall to? I was 8 or 9. Oh, it moved again. That's not good. Still there. But like I said, let me lock this thing down real quick. And if you had smell-o-vision, well, really, not even that. Your eyes would be burning right now. It is extremely on the rich side. All right, I'm actually back, rooting around behind the carburetor. The choke isn't connected. That would explain, you know, the richness. So let's connect this. Leave the key on for a minute, so it hopefully will catch up, and see if the richness goes away. Because yeah, that would explain a violently rich system. All right. Also, wish there was the access hole up top. I mean, would have made life a lot easier. These wires are ran really, really janky. All right, let me kick the key on for a few seconds. Let that choke hopefully warm up and actuate. I'm gonna leave the air filter on, but yeah, let me just leave this key on, and hopefully that clears up the rich scenario, because it is bad, and that kind of makes a lot of sense. All right, because I'm probably the best YouTube mechanic on the YouTubes, my mic died. So I think I left off yesterday with tuning this car because it was excessively rich. Man, my hair is just doing awesome today. Anywho, I just basically turned it in. The base gasket is leaking some fuel, something, and there's either a float issue or needle's just not seating properly. I'll talk that over with the owner, but right now it ain't gonna gas you out of the room, so that's a good thing. So what I'm gonna do now is pull a plug and see what it looks like. I'm not hoping, but assuming it's gonna be, I don't know, rich, just on the way that it was, just on the old, eyeballs burning. So if it's rich, we know we have a carb issue, or is just way out of tune. But I hate Pancakes because you can never find the old spark plug on these things. Hello. Hello, spark plug. Well, I mean, yep. Longer extension. Yeah, she's black. Good thing is it is running. Ooh, another Bosch. Awesome. Anyway, good thing is it is the correct plug. I've pulled Beetle plugs out of Pancake engines before, They're not the same, actually. Where's a bug plug? The depths are different on the Beetle, but people get, you know, kits off the internet, you know, eBay, and says it works for anything, and they don't compare, and they'll plop them in. They'll work. They're like an anti-fouler at that point. They're so far in the head. But double check your plugs before you put it in. But let me rip these things out, and I'll shove new ones in. And of course, we're using, you know, NGKs. I thought they were in front of me or behind me. Anyway, we're going to throw some NGKs in it because, like I've said many times, I like NGKs. Not a fan of these Bosches anymore. So let me get these things all zipped out and plugged in, and you know, I'll chime in if something happens. But you know, it's normal spark plug removal. Out in, and make sure you take off the little, you know, backside so it goes on, because then you'd be doing it again. Ask me how I know, because I've done it. All right, plugs are changed. Sorry I got my heater running. It's a little chilly here. So plugs are changed. The only thing I want to do now is, or really all I have under here, is I want to replace the fuel lines and the fuel filter, because they look not the greatest, and tighten this alternator. 6 mil, at least on this one, up top, you know, Allen, and just, you know, give it a little loosen. Shove your handy dandy pry bar in, you know, between the case. Be gentle and give it a little bit of a, you know, twist down and tighten. Oh, is that stripped? And, you know, take out the slack. So when you rev it, you don't sound like you got a, you know, crazy supercharger. But let me get this fuel line off, and I'll get back to you, because I'm not going to shut the heat off because it's 45 in here right now. Hopefully next scene you won't have the background noise, and I'll tell you what I'm doing in a quieter atmospheric tone, if you will. So stay tuned to whatever I ramble on next. All right, I was getting ready to drain the oil, and well, wasn't going to raise the bus up because it's an oil drain, but see something interesting under here. So let me raise this bus and you know, show you something I wasn't expecting. All right, like I said, oil changes, usually really uneventful, but I was going to drain it, and noticed a little odd, you know, drain plug, something I'm, you know, not too familiar with, and I, you know, said to myself, that looks very odd. Why does it look so odd? Well, upon further investigation of the oddity that it is, and if you guessed what it is, good on you. It's a freaking spark plug. Yep, 225, 223. Not sure on the brand. Most likely, you know, Bosch, you know, as it is, everything. But yeah, that's a spark plug. At least they found the right thread pitch, and it's you know, sealed with a crushed gasket. I got something on my face. That's cool. But anyway, let me drain this, pop this oil filter down. At least it looks like an oil filter. That's a good thing. Keep doing this and see if I have an actual bolt, or might just throw this thing back in. I mean, it's working. But if you guys want to see that one, you never know what you run across with these things. Another off-topic thing, you figure with as many of these vehicles I do, I would have wrenches for them to, you know, get these things off, because everyone likes to moon tune them. That's fine. I do not. I have them for my LSs, not for not for the people that pay the bills. So that's good. Oh, there we go. I like to struggle. So there we go. Let that hang till it's done draining. Just I think I say it in every video that I have an oil filter car. Don't send them to the moon. Tight plus half turn usually normally works, but finish letting this thing drain out. I'll get the filter off because I'm just going to make a mess, and drop this thing down and go back to the top side. Sounds like a plan. Ooh, Japan shocks. At least they're new. All right, just gonna got old filter out obviously, but put the new filter in. No, I don't pre-fill them. Controversial, yeah, I know. I don't pre-fill them. The engine should be able to pre-fill them. That few seconds of it not having oil pressure ain't gonna blow them up. Plus, that's the out, not the in, if you didn't know. So, let me throw this thing up in here. I run K&Ns also, because whether I'm gonna be the next guy or the next guy is gonna be the next guy working on these things, they at least have the little, hex head on the bottom. I try not to over tighten them, obviously, but maybe save on some cursing on someone else's end. I can never remember what size that is, though. Is it 1 inch? It is. Plus, they're more convenient with these things, getting them up in here. So, snug plus, whatever, quarter of a turn, and it'd be fine. Let's loosen. Boop, tight, done. The engine spark plugs back in, because it's where it goes. Gonna drop this thing down, top it off with oil, run her up to temp. Actually, what does the underside here look like? I haven't even looked under here yet. That boot's not good. The CV's seen better days. What else we got? I don't know what that is. How many filters of fuel do you need? Holy, I'm not even joking. The one in the engine bay might get deleted because, well, it's probably going to get deleted anyway because if you've watched this, I don't like running, oil filters under, in the engine compartment. It's back there if you can see it. But new to me, we have where did they go? We have this filter, and then we have this filter, and they both look pretty clean. Where's this one go? All right, so this is tank out. Tank out goes to pump, which is electric now, if you can see it. And this one's going up to the other filter. So we're gonna run a new line from here up. So that's the plan with that one. We're gonna eliminate the filter under there because it's, redundant of a redundant system, I guess. There's way too many of them. It has really filtered fuel, but gonna get rid of that filter, run a new line all the way from the carb down to the fuel filter that's in there because it looks clean. So let me I guess do that now. All right, just discode the fuel line, well, from the bottom and from the carburetor, so hopefully it's just gonna feed up through here, which it is. But she's a little old. Ooh, Goodyear. It's had many. It's an emission hose. It's not even for fuel. Blown out and, well, heat, whatever. But yeah, this filter looks like it's never been changed. Maybe that's why there's so many filters under there, honestly. Because those look new. The lines look newer. This is another looking like a Goodyear emission line, so not really rated for fuel. But we'll put some new line on. Like I said, not going to run a fuel filter under here. I think the two under it will handle this. Where am I? Yeah. we'll file that there. So yeah, let me cut some line and it down. And yeah, I'll get back to you with hopefully, I don't know what. Oh yeah, I gotta put oil in this thing. We'll watch oil go into an engine together. Be a bonding moment. All right, ran the fuel line, that's all done and stuff like that. But, just looking at the engine, not that I'm trying to upsell, but I'm also, the owner wanted me to do a GVI on this thing, see if there's anything that sticks out. Well, I mean, nothing major, but it's, severely soupy under here the whole way. Volkswagens, yeah, obviously, they leak. Yes, you can make them not leak. This is an older engine. I'd be surprised if it was dry, but the leaks to me are, oil cooler, which on the pancakes are in the front of the engine or back, whatever, this side of the engine, and then rear main. So I'd advise him if he wants them, those done. If it's not annoying him as far as leaking, because it does definitely mark its territory. Other than that, it seems fine. But yeah, rear main and oil cooler seems like the majority of the leaks. And then, it's one of those things, if you're in there, you're going to do the push rod tube, seals, all this other stuff. So that's between him and, what he wants to do. But figure I'd show you guys, it's a little soupy under there. But let me get this thing down, put some oil in it, fire it up, and I think we're hopefully done with the engine side of this. See if she still starts too. All right, oil's in here. Let me twist this key and scoop, scoop. See if she fires off and see how well she runs with all the fun we did. Cold, immediate, the choke works. Sounds good, it's running smooth. I'm gonna let this oil circulate a bit and yeah, shut her down. Might do a recap because pretty sure we're done with the engine side of this. I think. Let me check my mental notes. I'll get back to you. All right, guys, gonna cap this video. Engine done, buttoned up. I mean, I haven't driven it yet, but next video will show you why. We have to do some suspension work and braking work on this thing. So stay tuned to part 3 or 4, depending. I don't know where we're at. But good thing is, going through this engine, it shows and it needed some work. Valves, plugs. The electronic was just electronic, but you saw when I put the electronic in versus the points how out of whack they are. So it did run surprisingly well, except it had a dieseling issue. Hopefully we solved it by what we did. The owner, like I said, I think in the first video, he's owned it since 18, and he's been doing pretty much all the maintenance on it himself. Came here just to say, basically, go through it, make sure everything, he's been doing isn't going to kill him down the road. Also solved the dieseling issue. I think that puzzled him a bit. So hopefully that's done. I won't know till I get it on the road. And like I said, we have to do some suspension and brake work on this thing before I take it out. But all in all, relatively actually smooth video, all things considered for, me and doing things. I might release the follow-up to putting in that ignition switch, because obviously I've been starting this thing with the ignition switch in the vehicle now. I just don't like the way it turned out. But with that said, and my rambling aside, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching and have a good day.